What's up? This is Derek.
Jamie Madrock.
Man, this your man's Obi Trice. This is Ad-Lib.
Yo, what up? This is Spex One.
This is Spesh K.
Hot Rock's motherfucking Skot MC.
Breaking Records.
Breaking Records Radio out here.
This is Breaking Records Radio. Check them out, man.
You know what it is, your man Maloney, MLNY, Breaking Records Radio, and the place to be. And we got a very special guest on the phone with us right now. One half of the Mash Out Posse, M.O.P, Mr. Billy Danze on the phone. How's it going, man?
I'm good, brother. What's going on with you, man?
Nothing much, man. You know, just another cold-ass Toronto day up here. Freezing like a motherfucker.
Hey, it's cold in Toronto in the summertime, man.
Yeah, man, we always cold.
Cool.
But yeah, man, I know that you're doing a press run right now, so you got more interviews lined up after this. You got somewhere to be at 6, so we won't make it super long. But I would love to get you on the phone again sometime because there's so much history you and Lil Fame got that I would love to discuss with you guys.
Listen, whenever you want to do it, brother, I'm always available. Fame's always available. So, and we appreciate the support, man.
Hey, man.
For real, you know what I mean?
Salute, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. I love M.O.P's music. Before we even get jumping, like, honestly, To the Death. That's one of Well, I mean, your music always elevates, right? But there's something about that raw sound of that album. Like, I just love that. Like, how about some hardcore, obviously, but then, Mash 'em out, no doubt, top of the line. Oh, man, top of the line is the joint, man. That's one of my favorite joints by you guys.
Thank you, brother. You know what? That's one of mine, too. And this is a record that I really don't talk about too much or, people don't really mention, but definitely one of my favorite records. Not just because it was, one of the first records that we put together, but just what that record means and that around that time that we created it. You know what I mean? So Top of the Line definitely was, it was dope. Here's some people don't know, like with that record and Annie Up and Heist Masters, like the main part of those hooks was things that we got from like the older people in our neighborhood, like not what we call our OGs, but like the older people.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my boy's grandfather or my mother. Or,
oh, word.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like Annie Up came from my mother.
What?
Head 'em Up, Move 'em Out came from a gentleman that was older than my mom that we used to call Uncle Herb. So an old man. You know what I mean? So we got our lingo from the old heads in the neighborhood. Well, we can call them old heads.
Oh man, that's crazy because like even just that chant too, you know what I mean? Like it just sounds so raw and rugged, like.
Right.
That's crazy, man. That's super dope. That's cool. That's real cool. And actually, talking about just like the older heads in the neighborhood and your OGs and stuff. One thing before we talk about the new EP, one thing I was always curious about is because like I read before that like M.O.P was a gang that you guys formed in Brownsville, right? But
right.
Like on the first album and stuff, you guys always referred yourselves as the Mash Out Posse's last generation. So I've always kind of been confused, like, you know what I mean? Was that like a gang in your guys' hood and you guys are the last generation of it? Or like were you guys like, did you guys start it?
Well, we kind of vowed to make sure, because we grew up watching everything, seeing everything.
Yeah.
And the gangs that were left in my neighborhood was the Tomahawks. That was the oldest gang, and by the time we were coming up, they had already fizzled out. But we are sort of like offspring of that.
Okay.
Tomahawk. And this is before the name Mash Out Posse even came about. But growing up the way we grew up, we figured we would be the last generation of dealing with all the nonsense that we dealt with growing up in the neighborhood. So we didn't want our kids or our nephews and little cousins to have to deal with it. So it was the last generation of that nonsense. You know what I mean? Okay,
word. Dope. I like that. Yeah, that's cool, man. So you guys kind of like, it's like after, you know what I mean? Like set the foundation so the youth doesn't have to go up and go through the shit that you did and have to deal with the streets. You're the last generation of them, like the Mash Out Posse for real. Like,
right.
Okay, cool. Dope, man. Dope.